Good morning, all. We're back at our spot where, if you didn't see the video, the last pan I had here was my best pan. Now, I got Jeff with me today. We were planning on going up a lot higher today, but yesterday we had a one-day storm, and boy did it rain. And it actually snowed here. There's still a little bit of snow left on the ground. Not much. We decided it's pretty iffy up the hill, so we're gonna come here where we're pretty sure we're not gonna get rained on, but the clouds are really starting to darken up. So, what do you say? We do a little digging. Now, to get you caught up, there's a crevice right here. We dug, we got the most gold out of this spot. We worked over here, we worked down here, and as we went away from this crevice, we got less and less gold. Down here behind me, no gold. My last pan, we'd jumped up, we'd followed this crevice up and jumped up here, and there's a catch right here. We had our best pan of the day. So today we're gonna finish cleaning this up. I wanna clean it up before I do anything, do a pan, see if we got all the gold or not. And then we're gonna pull some of this dirt out and follow it on up, see if the gold continues. Now this is gonna be a little tougher because the last time we were here, this dirt was dry and it was easy to brush to get all the fine stuff off the bottom, but it's, everything's wet. At least there's no water running. Yeah, well, the digging's kind of tough because it's really sticky, kind of clayey now. Now, I don't know if this pan is material that just washed down in this rain. I can't remember if I cleaned this out or not. But I got it as clean as I can. And so I'm gonna take this down, do our first test pan. This is the way I like to start the day. We got a couple pieces of gold. Let me show you. Right there, two decent pieces. There is a couple of fly specks in there with them. And yes, my hands are freezing. That water is cold. Okay, well, what we're gonna do now is I'm just gonna open this section right here up. I'm just gonna pull all these rocks out, spread this dirt out. We'll check it real quick with the detector. But basically what we're looking at is staying on the bedrock and moving forward, see if the gold continues or if it peters out on us. Now we are pulling some really nice heavy looking river gravel out of here, so that's good. Now we want to get rid of just the rocks, because we want to go over all this dirt with the metal detector before we get rid of it. Now this area, this pocket I'm digging out right now is all really sandy. There's no red dirt in it. Well, I'm going to make a quick run back to the Jeep because I want to get my big 14-inch pan. Two reasons. I want to pan a lot of this sandy stuff. And number two, the sky's getting really dark and I may need to put it on top of the camera to keep it from getting wet. I'll be right back. Well, I just got back with the pan and Jeff is telling me he's got gold. Let's take a look. This is the advantage to the metal detector. His gold is in that crack, which is basically on a vertical chunk of bedrock, but it's right down there at the very bottom, way back in there. That's a nice chunky piece of gold. Yeah, just like a big fat rice kernel. Well, we better get up our spot because Jeff's officially ahead right now. Okay, I'm gonna go over this real quick with the detector. Get no targets. I'm gonna scoop a bunch of it up, take it down and pan it, because I just want to look at this sand. Well, I just went over everything other than this really hot rock. No signal. Okay, I'm gonna grab a pan full, be right back. Well, I got that panned out, and we pretty much got what you would expect out of sand. We have black sand, very fine black sand, I mean really fine, and two little tiny fly specks of gold. Okay, now we're gonna get that sand out of the way since we know it's not worth messing with, and we'll take a look at the material between it and the bedrock. See what that looks like. Okay, well, I got the area opened up, all the sand pulled back down to the next layer. I'm going to hit it with the metal detector first. If we get no targets, then we're just going to dig us a pan full, try to get down and clean the bedrock, see if our gold shows back up. Got that panned out, we're back on the gold. And it's starting to rain. Let me show you. And you can see here, we got a nice string of gold and our coarse black sand is back. What I think I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to just take the material under the sand, but not off the bedrock. See if there's gold in that material, or see if the gold is just on the bedrock. That way, if it's just on the bedrock, we can just move material, come back and clean the last inch on top of the bedrock and speed this up. Okay, we got a pan of material. Now this is, I didn't mess with the sand layer. Let's go see if this got any gold in it. Well, kind of ended up how I figured, but you gotta check. I got one small piece and mostly fine black sand. And yes, I'm gonna snuff this up because Jeff's still way ahead of me. It looks like the majority of the gold is right on the bedrock. Because I think I'm gonna break for lunch now. When we get back from lunch, I'm gonna open this up a little bit more. I'm just going to metal detect it. If I don't get a signal, I'm hucking all the top stuff because there's not enough in it to mess with. Then we'll try to get enough the stuff off the bedrock to get us a pan, see if our theory still is holding true as we go up. Now the bedrock is kind of going up on the one side over here, and goes up a little bit on this side. This pan is, I dug it out of the bedrock on this side. The next pan we'll take out of the bottom, and this will tell us if it's just spread on the bedrock or if it's staying low like it would in a river. At this point we're just guessing, so we want to cover all our bases. Be right back. And we got okay amount of gold. Let me show you. You can see we got a little spread of gold here. Okay, now we're going to clean out the lowest part. See how that goes. It's going to be a little tougher because it's wetter and the material is stickier. But my guess is that's where our best gold is. Let's find out. To be honest with you, I'm kind of surprised. I expected a little larger gold, but not as much. Well, we got both. We got larger gold and we got more gold, all the way from fly specks up to the larger piece. You can see right here we got a couple of nice pieces and quite a spread of gold. Okay, well, it's getting late and I don't know if I got enough gold to beat Jeff or not. He went downstream detecting. He still has, all he's got is that one piece. I'm gonna move, I got a nice big round rock in here. I'm gonna pull that rock out and see if we can expose a little bit more. And I'm trying to find an actual crevice, a catch. All I'm doing right now is just cleaning the bedrock and breaking up the surface of the bedrock. It's kind of rotted, so it breaks up pretty easy. Okay, back to digging. Now I just ran into a wall of that red dirt, so I thought, what the heck? Let's take some of that down and pan it, see if there's any gold in that. Be right back. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. I'm in a big hurry because it's getting late. I snuffed that gold up before I showed you. But we did get gold in that pan. It was all small pieces, like a lot of the small stuff. Bigger than fly specks, but small stuff. But the problem is there was enough in that pan to mess with it. So, I don't know, I'm kind of getting a thought on like high banker. I mean, we're high on the bank, so. But right now, we don't have much longer, so I think I'm gonna try to clean as much as the low as I can. Okay, well, I just finished cleaning the very bottom out. And there was a couple of nice little catches in there. Got it all in the pan. I even tried brushing a little bit, but it's too wet. And then I checked all the dirt before I got rid of it with the detector. And then I just checked all this area. I just got done cleaning with the detector. No targets. I haven't had any targets today. Okay, I'm gonna take this down, pan it out. I'll be back in a few. Best pan so far. Let me show you. Got a nice chunker there, and then we got a nice line of gold. Well, that was gonna be my last pan. I think I'm gonna do one more. Problem is I cleaned up the best. I'm gonna have to move a couple of larger rocks to expose a little more of that bottom. So let's roll some rocks, see if we can find some more gold. This is going to be our last pan. After this, I'm going to pack everything up and see if we can find Jeff and see how he's doing. Well, I think it might actually be getting better. There's no big pieces, but there's quite a bit of gold in the pan. Let me show you. See here, we got a nice line of gold. Well, I think that's a good pan to end it on. I'm going to pack everything up. I'm going to leave it here and head out, see if I can find Jeff. And if Jeff's got anything cool, we'll show you. If not, I'll see you back at the house. Back at the house, and I got that gold cleaned up, which was a job. There's a lot of fine gold in there, a lot of black sand. But let's jump over the scale, see how we did. .07 grams, not too bad. Well, I think we're getting better. If I remember correctly, last time I went up there, we came home with a little over half a gram. This time, we come home with a little more than a gram. So, looking up. Now, I'm thinking we need to go back up at least one more time, and the next time, I'm taking the high banker. That way, we can work a little more of that red dirt, and, because we know it's got gold in it, but not enough to pan it. But running the high banker, we can just shovel that stuff through. Now, the snow is melting pretty fast right now. Rivers are still running high, so it's going to be tough to work down on the river, but the high country may be opening up. So we're going to have to give that a check also. But all I know for sure is we're going to go out, we're going to find some gold. Well, that's pretty much all I got on this one, so I'm out of here. You guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next video.